नमस्ते बिटिया, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am Dr. Bharat Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Pathology, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapith, Women's University, Jaipur. Today's topic is pleuritis. Inflammatory involvement of the pleura is commonly termed pleuritis or pleurisy. Depending upon the characters of resultant exudate, it can be divided into serous, fibrinous, and serofibrinous, suppurative or empyema, and hemorrhagic pleuritis. Pleuritis. First is serous fibrinous and subserofibrinous pleuritis. Acute inflammation of the pleural sac can result in serous or serofibrinous and fibrinous exudate. Most of the causes of such pleuritis are infective in origin, particularly within the lungs, such as tuberculosis, pneumonias, pulmonary infarcts, lung abscess, and bronchiectasis. Other causes includes a few collagen diseases. Examples are rheumatoid arthritis and disseminated lupus erythematosus. Uremia, metastatic involvement of the pleura, irritation of lung tumor, and diffuse systemic infection, that is typhoid fever, tularemia, blastomycosis, and coccidiomycosis. Pleurisy cause pain in the chest on breathing, and a frictional rub is audible on auscultation. In most patients, the exudate is minimal and is resorbed, resulting in resolution. A repeated attack of pleurisy may result in organization, leading to fibrous adhesion and obliteration of the pleural cavity. Second is suppurative pleuritis, empyema thoracics. Bacterial or mycotic infections of the pleural cavity that converts a serofibrinous effusion into purulent exudate is termed as suppurative pleuritis or empyema thoracics. The most common cause is direct spread of pyogenic infection from the lung. Other causes are direct extension from subdiaphragmatic abscess or liver abscess and penetrating injuries to the chest wall. Occasionally, the spread may occur by hematogenous or lymphatic routes. Third is hemorrhagic pleuritis. Hemorrhagic pleuritis differs from hemothorax in having inflammatory cells or exfoliated tumor cells in the exudate. The cause of hemorrhagic pleuritis are metastatic involvement of pleura, bleeding disorder, and rickettsial disease. Now, non-inflammatory pleural effusions. Three most common effusions are described here. First is hydrothorax, second is hemothorax, and third is chylothorax. First is hydrothorax. Hydrothorax is non-inflammatory accumulation of serous fluid within the pleural cavity. Hydrothorax may be unilateral or bilateral, depending upon the underlying cause. Occasionally, an effusion is limited to part of pleural cavity by pre-existing pleural adhesions. The most common cause of hydrothorax, often bilateral, is congestive heart failure. Other causes are renal failure, cirrhosis of liver, pulmonary edema, and primary and secondary tumors of the lung. If the fluid collection in pleural cavity is less than 300 ml while normal is less than 15 ml, no sign or symptoms are produced. It may be apparent in chest x-ray in standing posture as obliterated costodiaphragmatic angle. If the pleural cavity contains abundant fluid, it imparts a characteristic opaque radiographic appearance to the affected side, with deviation of trachea to the opposite side. In such cases, symptoms such as respiratory embarrassment and dyspnea are produced, which are promptly relieved on withdrawal of fluid. Second is hemothorax. Accumulation of pure blood in the pleural cavity is termed as hemothorax. The most common causes of hemothorax are trauma to the chest wall or to the thoracic viscera and rupture of aortic aneurysm. It is very important to remove the blood from the pleural cavity as early as possible. Otherwise, the blood will clot and organize, resulting in fibrous adhesions and obliteration of the pleural cavity. Third is chylothorax. Chylothorax is an uncommon condition in which there is accumulation of milky fluid of lymphatic origin into the pleural cavity. Chylothorax results most commonly from rupture of the thoracic duct by trauma or obstruction of the thoracic duct, such as by malignant tumors, most often malignant lymphomas. Chylothorax is more often confined to the left side. Chylouse effusion is milky due to high content of finely emulsified fats in the chyle. So, if we found a milky fluid accumulation in the thoracic cavity, it is known as chylothorax. Another one is pneumothorax. An accumulation of air in the pleural cavity is called pneumothorax. It may be occur in one of the three circumstances. First is spontaneous, second is traumatic, and third is therapeutic. Spontaneous pneumothorax occurs due to spontaneous rupture of alveoli in any form of pulmonary disease. Most commonly, spontaneous pneumothorax occurs in association with emphysema, asthma, and tuberculosis. Other causes include chronic bronchitis in an old patient, bronchiectasis, pulmonary infarction, and bronchial cancer. In young patients, recurrent spontaneous rupture of the peripheral subpleural blebs may occur without any cause, resulting in disabling condition termed spontaneous idiopathic pneumothorax. Traumatic pneumothorax is caused by trauma to the chest wall or lungs, ruptured esophagus or stomach, and surgical operations of the thorax. Therapeutic or artificial pneumothorax used to be employed formerly in the treatment of chronic pulmonary tuberculosis, in which air was introduced into the pleural sac so as to collapse the lung and limit its respiratory movements. The effect of pneumothorax due to any cause depends upon the amount of air collected in the pleural cavity. If the quantity of air in the pleura is small, it is reabsorbed. Large volume of air collection in the pleural cavity causes dyspnea and pain in the chest. Pneumothorax causes lung collapse and pulls the mediastinum to the unaffected side. Occasionally, the defect in the lung is such that it acts as flap valve and allows entry of air during inspiration, but does not permit its escape during expiration, creating tension pneumothorax, which require urgent relief of pressure so as to relieve severe dyspnea and circulatory failure. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you all enjoy this session. If you have any query, please mention it in comment box. Thank you.